So today I want to talk about some tools that I found in my toolbox that are a little bit unusual, and some of them I've used and some of them I haven't. But I was actually digging through my toolbox looking for a screwdriver, and I saw this and I was like, I don't even remember where I got this. This may have been in with like my grandfather's tools or something like that. But it does say Craftsman on it, and it's called the automatic nut driver. And as you can see, when you would put pressure on the handle, it actually, these little jaws clamp down. So if you have a nut like this, you can put the nut driver on there, and when you press in, it shrinks down to the appropriate size, and then you can loosen the nut. So that's that one. I don't think I've ever used it other than what I just did to demonstrate it here. So it doesn't seem like it doesn't fit a very large size nut, like even this nut or this bolt head, hex head, bolt head is too big for it. So it's good for smaller things, but it's kind of a big tool. But it's interesting. Probably keep it in my toolbox. Never know. So someday I won't have the right size nut driver, and that will fit. Okay, so this one is called the multi-wrench. I remember seeing these advertised on TV when I was a kid, and they were interesting. I actually got one of these when I was younger, maybe when I was like 15, 16, 17 years old, and I used to use it a lot because I would grab this when it was time to change the oil, because I could never remember what size the bolt on the oil pan was. So I would grab this, and it fit whatever car I was working on, because it fits 3/8 to 13. Well, it says that this side is 3/8, says this side is 13/16, but if you flip it over, it also says 15 to 22 millimeters and 9 to 14 millimeters on this side. So it does fit a variety. It doesn't matter if it's metric or SAE, it will fit. So, and it's a pretty neat design, because let's put this nut and bolt in here. As you can see, if you want to tighten it, when you're pulling on this lever, that presses down here, which makes the grip on the nut there tighter. So I'm going to use one of the other ones here and hold the other side. Okay. So I can, as you pull, it gets tighter. Boom. And it does a pretty good job of, doing what it's supposed to do and tightening the nuts and bolts. So that's this one. I like this one. The one, actually, this is not the one that I had when I was a kid. The one that I had, one of these pins that the head swivels on fell out. It broke or whatever. But then, couldn't really use it after that. So, and this is pretty much the same. This is just, it says heavy duty on it. It says 23 to 32 millimeter, I guess, or 7/8 to 1 1/4 inch master wrench. And it actually it says made in Taiwan on it, but it also tells you which side is loosened and which side is tightened. So if you have something big that you're not sure the size of, this would probably be a good candidate. And then this is called a universal socket. So it's got some pins on the inside. I wish I could reach. Boom. There we go. It's got some pins on the inside. So when you put something in, it just kind of like, the pins that it touches move out of the way, and then it kind of grips with the other ones. And it's a 3/8 inch drive socket. So you can just put a socket on there. And you can loosen it. Well, gotta hold the other side. Yeah. And then we have the box wrench, which this, to me, you can see it has a little sticker. That was something that my mom used to do for Christmas presents. So when there was a price tag on here, she would try to get the price tag off. If the price tag didn't come off, she would just put a sticker over it. So this is probably something that I got for Christmas. And it says that it has 10 sizes. So if you look at this, You know, if there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sides plus 5 on each side, that's 10. But this side is square. To me, that looks like it's like a 1/4 inch drive, which, yes, that's what that is. So that's not really a socket. So, but if you look on the box, they do list 10 different sizes. It's 7/16, 9/16, 23/32. I can't remember the last time I looked for a 23/32 wrench. 5/8, 11/16, 5/16, 3/8, 13/32, 7/16, and 1/2 inch. So I do believe one of these. So, you know, if you're using one of these on the side, you have decent leverage for tightening the nut. So, but, you know, for this one, you know, you have no leverage here. You can twist it and turn it a little bit. It is a smaller nut size, so you probably wouldn't want to get a lot of torque onto it. But if you did, you know, you could always put your wrench on here. It actually has a Roman numeral date code on it, which it's MCMLXXXVIII, which I believe is 1988. So that's when this is from. It's probably been in this box now for almost 40 years, 35 years or so. Hasn't been used. So, and then the one that I've been using in some of the other demonstrations, this is also a Craftsman tool, and it's an adjustable wrench similar to the design of something like this, which probably most people have. You can see the jaws of it, though, kind of have 2 sides. So this is actually going to grab on 4 sides of the nut when you put it on. So, can you see on that side? Yeah. So you can see it kind of grabs on there, and then you can tighten it down and make sure that you have a good snug fit. So, yeah, and this just tightens by turning this wheel. All right, so those are just some unusual tools that I found in my toolbox. So if you have something unusual, please tell me about it in the comments section. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help out the channel, please consider subscribing or becoming a member by clicking the join button below. Thanks for watching. Take care.